In this day and age, the generation gap has never been so abundant. Hi, I'm Ben, and in the short programme we will discuss and explore to just what extent the generation gap affects society today. Our grandparents' generation, known as the baby boomers, had very different views to those generations that have today. They didn't have the technology which we now use day to day, and many have struggled to come to terms with such a big difference. Nowadays, technology is everywhere. There are self-service checkouts in the stores and self-check-in services at the doctors. What would you say is your generic daily routine?
Get up early, have a cup of tea.
I usually just go downstairs and watch telly.
Do the general chores, washing, ironing, making the dinner.
And then I do like my homework and stuff. And then I watch more telly.
What's your opinion on Brexit?
It's a good thing.
To be honest, I don't really know much about it, but I didn't like it.
Unelected people shouldn't govern this country.
I didn't like Nigel Farage.
Do you know what this is?
I can't remember his name.
Kermit the Frog.
It begins with a P. Pepe.
It's a turtle, what do they call it? Teenage Mutant Turtle. Is it doll?
Donatello.
Yes.
It's Pepe.
He's off the Turtles, isn't he?
I don't like Pepe.
This image is of Pepe. Pepe is a meme. A meme is an element of culture, like a picture or a video, passed from one individual to another with the intent of delivering humour to a large internet audience. What do you personally think about the current style of music?
Some I like, some I don't.
The current style of music, I don't like it. It's too upbeat, it's too happy.
Taylor Swift.
You like Taylor Swift?
I do. And will.i.am.
Compared to the old, well, to me it's rubbish.
It's not too bad, but I don't know why the male singers think they have to sing very, very high. You didn't have that years ago, did you?
Do you think there's a significant difference between the older and younger generations?
Age, because the younger generation are much younger than the older generation.
I think the younger generation have more freedom today than what I did.
It's about respect for the elderly. The youngsters don't seem to have as much respect for the elderly. Don't make that face at me.
Yes, I think it is. Because when we were young, if a policeman told you to do something, you would do it. Or you would get a clip out of their ear. Now they don't.
Oh yeah. Because for a start, girls wear proper high skirts now, and they didn't used to before.
Well, it goes both ways. There's a lot what the likes of my generation and older than me don't understand how the young'uns tick these days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the young'uns can't grasp what the older people has went through.
Yeah, because like you don't see a lot of older people go around doing all the new things. Like they don't really have good phones and stuff.
What would you say has changed the most in the last 20 years in society?
Well,
Transport, I would think.
Tinterweb. We're a much more of a global village now, where everybody gets to know each other because we're all interconnected.
There's a massive difference. I mean, we've got thinner monitors now and faster computers and supercomputers that go in my pocket.
but I think people are more scared easily. Yeah, I think you're more protective of your children and grandchildren because years ago you didn't hear that like much of it, like paedophiles. Everything was hidden probably, but now it's brought to light, so you're more conscious of it happening.
I think it's the media. More and more advanced, but some things are good, some things aren't so good.
The kids, it's terrible, isn't it? I'm only 16. Right, not much has changed.
How you can talk to people all over the world, keep in touch with your family, but then again, something you do goes wrong, an instance can cause a lot of trouble that way.
We decided to go out and find other people's opinions on the generation gap.
I'll say people are more open now to learn different things, like learning about people's culture, people's race, like associating with everyone.
When I was younger, I was a lot more independent than what a lot of young folk are now, and that kind of comes through in the types of students that we get in college.
Put it this way, 20 years ago, I was a teenager, early 20s, and I think the things that I was into then weren't the things that the older generation were into.
Whereas back then, people would not talk to you just because you're black. But then now you can be in a room with the black person, with the Muslim, with the Christian, and you wouldn't have a problem with it just because we all believe that we're the same and we all like respect each other's backgrounds and views.
It's just what I think happens is the older generation tends to protect the younger generation from all the things that they did that they'd probably rather the younger generation didn't know about.
Statistics show the substantial difference between the baby boomers and Generation Z. For example, only 39% of baby boomers support same-sex marriage, whereas 82% of Generation Z support it. In addition to this, baby boomers are far less likely to change location for a job, with only 33% willing to move in comparison to 74% of Generation Z willing to move for work. There is no doubt that society has changed profusely over the years, from political views and acceptance of diversity to the development of technology and internet sensations. From what we have discovered, there has always been a distinct generation gap, but it seems as though technology is slowly but surely bridging this gap. So, who knows, maybe in the future we'll live in a society where there are only limited differences between the generations. This has been The Generation Gap. Thank you for watching.